Hi guys, Ben Parsons here again on the Blu-ray Ben channel, and today what I'm going to do is an unboxing, sort of mini review and an explanation on the setup of the new Samsung J450 Soundbar. Before I start off, all of the information I will put it all down below in the information box, so if you don't hear something in the video that you wanted to know, maybe it will be down there, and if it isn't there or I don't speak about it in the video, you can always leave a comment, ask me a question, and I'll try and answer you as best I can. So yeah, basically, here's the box. This is the part where the subwoofer comes in, and this is the part where the soundbar comes in. I took the liberty of opening and taking it all out to save some time while I do this video. I'm just going to start off showing you what it comes with. Basically, first I'm going to start off with the subwoofer. It's a 2.1 surround sound system, and it comes with obviously subwoofer, and here it is. And you can see this side, it says Samsung in the middle, and this is a nice shiny part. On this side, this is where you connect it to the power. You have the hole there for the power cord, and then this is where the speaker is, you know, with the material here. And just on that side there. So it's a really nice box. It doesn't look ugly at all. So you put it in the corner of your room, and it doesn't look that ugly. You know, when I first put it there, it sort of did look a bit out of sorts, but you know, it's not an ugly box. And with this sort of shiny thing here, it looks quite nice if you keep it clean, obviously. So that is the subwoofer. Let's put that down there. Okay, and the soundbar itself, here it is. I'm going to try and get this in the screen. You can see there how long it is. And then you have the digital screen just there. And at the top, I will stand up for this. At the top you have the volume controls, the source button, and then you have obviously the power button. And basically this also has, you know, the speakers inside, and it has sort of like the material covering it over the top. But the part at the top here is like a nice shiny plastic, and it does look quite nice in front of the TV, just sitting there. You can also hang it on the wall. I'm not going to show you how to do that because I'm just going to leave it in front of the TV on my piece of furniture that I have. But in the instructions they do explain how to do it, and I'm sure there are videos out there that will show you how to sort of hang it on the wall, and that will look quite nice, especially if your TV is already hung on the wall, which mine isn't. Okay? Then, what comes with it in the box? You get this nice brown box, which obviously comes with the instruction booklet. You got there the remote control, which I will go a bit more into later on in the video. This comes with a battery, very important. Sometimes they don't come with a battery. We have the power cord for the subwoofer. You know, as it's a wireless subwoofer, people sort of think that they don't have any wires, but of course you have to still sort of plug it into the mains, the power supply. So you have to remember that if you sort of think where you're going to put it in your room, it's got to be sort of quite close to a power source because the cable isn't that long, about 1.5 meters. So yeah, it is wireless, which actually means that you don't need to sort of have a wire going from the soundbar to the subwoofer, but you still do need to plug it in, and a lot of people have asked me about that. Then it comes obviously with the power cord and the adapter for the soundbar itself, so you have to have that plugged in too. So just bear in mind you need 2 plugs, and this plugs straight into the back of the soundbar, and then obviously into the mains. And then it comes with this cable, which is the audio optical input and output cable. So to use this, you will need to have, you know, this connection available on your TV or your Blu-ray or DVD player. I don't have it on my TV, but I do have it on my Blu-ray player, so I can use this. And it doesn't come with a HDMI cable, so probably if you've got a Blu-ray player or a DVD player, you've already got one of those. But if you do want to connect it up both to the Blu-ray player or DVD player and the TV, you're going to have to buy another one. It doesn't come with one of those. So just bear that in mind if you're going to buy it, that you will need to put one up if you want to connect both the TV and the Blu-ray or DVD player. And then it comes with this, which is very handy. This is sort of a USB connection cable, and it's very short because when you sort of plug it into the back of the soundbar, it is a bit of a strange angle. So what they've given you this, so you can sort of plug it in and have this pointing upwards, and then you can obviously connect it to any other device which uses USB. So it's just something extra they've got in there, so that just does help a lot, because otherwise it would be really difficult to sort of plug in the USB and unplug it all the time behind the soundbar. So that's very nice. And then it comes with this, which is a bag, which is, you know, the brackets mounted up on the wall. As I said, you can do that. So it's good that they come with it. So very nice indeed. So yeah. So basically, how to connect it up. There are various ways to connect up the soundbar. You can, as I said, you can use the HDMI cables. You can also use the optical audio cable. And they have an AUX cable as well that you can use if you want to. And obviously you have USB in there as well, as I said. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do is just explain what you have to do to connect it up. Here on the back you have the soundbar. See that? Obviously, here you have the USB port. Okay, you can see that there. So if you want to, you know, connect your computer or connect your music or anything like that, you have the USB port. On the other side, here, I'll just show you here. This is where you connect it to the mains. Okay, so you just plug that in there and connect it to the mains. And then all the other connections, you can't actually see them. They're actually hidden just behind here, or on the other side, hidden just there. Okay, so what we have there, we have on this side, we have the HDMI input and the HDMI output, or the ARC, which you can connect to your TV. And then on this side, we have the AUX connection, which is just in here. And then here we have the optical audio connection. So, first off, if you have two HDMI cables, it's very simple. You just connect the TV to the soundbar, and then obviously the soundbar to your Blu-ray player or DVD player, and you can have the surround sound with the soundbar and the subwoofer through your TV and through your DVD player or Blu-ray player. I didn't have two HDMI cables, so what I did is I just used, as I said before, something that they give you, which is the optical audio cable. What I did is I used my original HDMI cable that I linked my DVD player to my TV. I connected that to the soundbar to get the sound through the DVD, and then what I did is I used this to connect the soundbar to the TV. So I can, what I can do now with that, I can have the sound through the soundbar, which I can watch my films on and things like that, or I can use it for music, or I can connect it with the USB and have that, but I can't actually hear it through the TV. So if I want to do it through the TV, what I have to do is unplug the HDMI cable from the Blu-ray player and just connect it to the TV. So if I want it, I can have it. But if I wanted to have it, you know, a lot easier to have both of them, I will have to buy another HDMI cable. But if you have two, that's no problem, you just connect it. So remember, this optical audio cable is useful. I can just show you what it looks like there. You can see that. Focus. Yeah. You can use this, but you have to have the connection on your TV, and I haven't got the connection on the TV. I have it on my Blu-ray player, so that's why I connected it through the Blu-ray player, and that is it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to explain the controls on the controller, and I'm going to plug in the soundbar so you can see the menu. So just give me a second, I'll be right with you right now. Okay, so here we have it. This is the soundbar. I've plugged it in. I'm going to show you. This is the remote that comes with it. If you do have a Samsung TV, you can actually connect it up, and you can use the same controller as you use on your Samsung TV as the soundbar, so you can save you know, sort of space on remote controllers. But I have seen people that have been having trouble, especially with turning it on and turning it off with one remote, and they have to sort of, for some things, they do have to pick this remote up again. So for me, it's not really a problem having a different TV. I have a Philips TV, so I don't use the connection. I just have two remote controllers. So you can see that we have the power button here. Then there's a source button, obviously volume, a mute. Then you have obviously to go forward and backwards, you know, just pause and things like that. And then here you have some more controls, which I'll explain later. So first of all, I'm going to turn this on. You can see that. Hello. And what it does, it goes straight to something that says D in, and that's basically what you know, that's used for most things. I'll use that for my Blu-ray player and DVD player. And then what you can do is, it also says check subwoofer because I haven't got it connected up. I'm going to press the source, and then you can go to the AUX, to the HDMI, to the Bluetooth. You can connect that up. You can pair that to your mobile phone. The TV, if you've got obviously the ARC cable connected to the HDMI to your TV. USB, and then it goes back to the D in, which is what I use to use my Blu-ray player. Okay, then here you have sort of sound effects. If you can click on that, you know, it's got standard. You go for music if you want to listen to music, voice, sports, cinema, night mode. I'm not sure what night mode is. I'll have to look into that. And yeah, that's it. Those are the controls. So obviously, if you're going to watch a film, you can put it on cinema. If you're going to listen to music, put it onto music. And obviously, if you're going to watch a football game or something like that, you can put it onto sports. Then obviously we have Bluetooth power. So that's if you want to pair up your mobile phone or your iPod, you can click on Bluetooth. Then you have sound, which this is to turn the surround sound on or off. So that will be on, and then that will be off for a great experience. And then we have sound control, which is obviously you can control the treble and the bass and things like that. And then we have obviously woofer. And woofer you can control, it goes from, the subwoofer goes from 0 to 6. So you can use the controls and just sort of obviously use the subwoofer stronger or not, depending on how your preferences are. And then we'll put it back to 0. So yeah, lots of options, very nice indeed. And if you don't have the controller, you know, on hand, at the top, as I explained here, you can have the volume, the power on, and then obviously the source, so you can go through them anyway. And these sound buttons that you push, they're sort of just, you just put your finger touching over them like a touch screen, and they will change. So if you do happen to have a problem with your controller, at least you can control the volume, turn it on and off, and use the source code. So that's something extra that's nice. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain how you sort of pair up your subwoofer to your soundbar. So give me another second and I will be back. Okay, so obviously as this is a wireless subwoofer, you need to sort of connect it up, the subwoofer to the soundbar, so you're going to have to do that. Obviously you haven't got a wire, you use the connectivity button. So what it is, it's very simple. Obviously the subwoofer, as I showed you before, at the top, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, yes you can. There's two like holes, they're not buttons, they're holes, and one has a power symbol and another has a connectivity symbol. And what you have to do is you have to plug in the soundbar, but don't turn it on, and plug in the subwoofer. When you plug in the subwoofer, the power button will become red. You'll see a red light here. Then what you do, just next to where you plug in the power cord, there's another button, if I can show you, just there. It's one of these buttons that you can't press with your finger. What you have to do is you get a paper clip or a toothpick or something, and you just put it into that hole and you hold it for 5 seconds. Okay, and this is called the ID set button. So you press it for 5 seconds, and then when that's on, you'll see that the connectivity light here will start flashing blue. It will be sort of flashing. Then what you do is, with the soundbar turned off, you go and you press the mute button, which is just here, for 5 seconds, and on the soundbar, ID set will appear. Okay, so these 5 seconds it will connect, and once it's connected, the blue flashing light that's here will stop flashing. It will just be blue on its own. Then what you do is you turn on the soundbar and it'll be connected. So obviously when you're listening to music or a film through the soundbar, you can see the subwoofer and the soundbar will be connected, you know, through the sound. So very simple. I have heard that some people have problems if they put it too close to other devices, other wireless devices like internet connection and things like that. So if you do have a problem, maybe if you just put it on the other side of the room or the other corner, and you shouldn't have any problems, but I haven't had any problems. Really happy with the soundbar, sounds absolutely amazing. The volume goes up to 50. I normally put it on about 25, 30, because I don't want to annoy the neighbours. But yeah, really happy with it. And if you have any questions, please ask me down below. I hope I haven't forgotten anything, but if I have, as I said, I will try and explain it down below in the description box or answering your questions. So thanks very much for watching, and I hope I've helped you out. You know, just connecting up this soundbar, especially getting the connectivity to the subwoofer and things like that. And obviously with the HDMI cables, remember that you have to buy an extra one if you want to connect both your Blu-ray or DVD player and your TV at the same time. And make sure that you do have, you know, the availability for the audio optical cable, because not all TVs do have it. Okay, thanks guys, take care.